Well, Jan, I'm assuming that you didn't know all of this before you got started. So how did you even begin figuring this all out?
I would say that we got a really great mentor and investor, which they're in the very similar space as us. They also stayed up as startup, but at a bit later stage, and they help us tremendously, especially the CEO, help us to understand for their product. Their product is a bit different, but it's very similar clients, and they help us to map out, hey, this is usually how long does it take for each step, and this is a step you should watch out because it may gonna take longer than you thought, and that's tremendous for us. And when we had issue in some steps, they can help us to avoid some pitfalls they encountered before, and also help us to solve some of the challenges we encounter during these stages.
And building on Jan's point, you always talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with people, be they advisors, be they investors, be they teammates, who can bring additional expertise because you can't know it all yourself.
Yeah, and I think Jan's case we brought very well is the best advisor or mentor or coach will be someone who's sold to that decision-making unit before. And in Jan's case, you heard it. He has an investor who knows this decision-making unit, and they will give him a very quick first over on this whole decision-making process, and then he can focus in on small pieces. Because when he goes into the customer, no matter how polite, no matter how good relationship, they don't want to explain the whole thing. But if you can just say, give me this one little piece of it, I understand this, but is it 3 degrees to the right or 10 degrees to the left? They're much more apt to help you.
Well, some of this information your champions, so to speak, shared with you, volunteered with you, but some of it you had to draw out, ask questions. So what kind of questions did you ask during this process, and of whom?
I think what to ask is one thing. Another thing is when to ask, at which occasion you ask, right? Like a lot of the questions difficult to ask during the like a daytime, like a formal meeting. Like it's difficult to ask, hey, what's your budget, right? Like who should I talk in order to sign on this contract? Like that's kind of the sensitive question. So the way to solve it is really like first you have like a formal business relationship with someone during the daytime meeting, but also you also keep like an individual relationship based on maybe a text message or phone call or even like a Sunday brunch, like a more casual conversation. And then everyone is more relaxed and much easier to get information you want. I think that's extremely important.
You have to have a base of knowledge. You have to be able to offer them something. But then having this ability to have a personal relationship, invest in this early customers, your lighthouse customers, to really decode this thing, this whole decision-making process is very, very important. And that includes socializing. It's going out and having dinner and maybe drinks, but it's also doing things like fishing trips and baseball games where you start to build a relationship with them where they know you as a person and they don't think of you just as a vendor. And that now they're much more open to helping you with that. And that's an investment you can't make with every customer. But early on, you have to make that so that you understand this process. Otherwise, you're going to be very, very inefficient.
So you got to live and breathe your business.